everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm sharing with you the review of the Just Essentials Asda products that I bought in last week's grocery haul. Lots of you were asking me to tell you what I thought of lots of the products. So we've tried everything and we've been really impressed. So I'm going to show you some footage of kind of a few bits and bobs that I bought in the grocery haul, and also what I've done with them and what we ate and things like that. And hopefully it will kind of give you some meal ideas and some inspiration, but also it will kind of show you how they turned out, just to sort of give you an idea. So like I say, on the whole we were really impressed, and I think that Asda are working really hard to kind of keep prices down and have a good range. So like I mentioned in my shop, the only thing I think is they do need some healthier snacks available for children, because the only things really are kind of crisps and biscuits, and it would be really nice to maybe have some snack packs of like dried fruit or rice cakes, breadsticks, things like that that you could pick up and provide for your children for healthy snacks for lunch boxes. But I do show you kind of how I did Henry's lunchbox and things in the video, so I hope it's useful. As always, thank you for watching, and if you enjoy, please don't forget to give it a like so I know you've enjoyed it, and also subscribe if you'd like to see more foodie content. And without further ado, I'll get on with the video. Okay, so we picked up a fair bit of fruit and veg from the Essentials range. So we got these Garden Gang bananas, which were absolutely fine. They were sort of ready to eat, but they didn't go bad really quickly like ones I picked up from Aldi a few weeks ago. So we were really pleased with those. As I mentioned in the grocery haul, the gala apples I was particularly impressed with. We keep ours in the fridge and they lasted perfectly well. They were sort of crunchy and we all really enjoyed those. And again with the grapes and the berries, they lasted perfectly well. The strawberries are quite small. I don't think I will buy any more now because they are getting out of season and they don't last as well as they did in the summer. But we did enjoy those, and you'll see some footage later on of kind of what I did with all of the bits and bobs that I bought. So we mainly had that for snacks and breakfasts, and they were absolutely fine. The potatoes I was impressed with, because sometimes you buy the cheap ones and they are so tiny, they are impossible to peel. These were kind of just like your normal white potatoes. The green beans were okay, but they didn't last particularly well. I did get to a point after a few days where I needed to use them up, and they were not stringy but slightly chewy, so they possibly might be worth paying a little bit extra for. And the Caesar salad kit didn't last very well at all. The lettuce went really brown after one day of opening. The cheese and the croutons and the dressing are obviously fine because they're kind of long life, but the lettuce didn't last well, and I actually ended up binning some of the lettuce and using some other lettuce we had in the fridge that I bought way before, and it was still fresh, so that wasn't a particularly good buy. Obviously, like the broccoli and the cucumber, things like that are things I buy all the time anyway, so they were fine. And again, the peppers, I normally buy the cheap ones anyway, so we found that all of those bits and bobs lasted perfectly well, and we enjoyed all of those. So moving on to some breakfast items, my husband enjoyed this Greek style yoghurt, and although this wasn't a Just Essentials product, it was a really good price at £1.20 for that big tub, and you can see it's really thick and creamy, and he really enjoyed that. We had the tea cakes for breakfast with some butter on. They did enjoy them, but there possibly wasn't as much fruit in there as the kind of hot cross buns or the fruit loaf, so I think I would probably pay the extra 20 odd p and maybe get them the fruit loaf or the supermarket own hot cross buns. The cheesecake we had for pudding on Sunday, and we split that into 4. They're obviously not huge, but for 69p you really can't go wrong with those. And again with the snacks and things, we picked up the cookies and the fig rolls, and they went in the biscuit tin, and we all really enjoyed those. You can see I enjoyed having some with my tea when I got home from work, and they were tasty and everyone enjoyed those. And here's just Henry's packed lunchbox, so I did him some cucumber and a small pot of blueberries as well to take in his packed lunch, and he really enjoyed those. And then I just decanted some of the tortilla chips into a bag, and he's got a caramel wafer under there as well, which he enjoyed, and a ham sandwich, and they both enjoyed the bread and the ham and everything. And here's just some footage of some of the meals that we created. So I used the pork mince to make some curried mince, and we had the naan breads, which were tasty. I prefer garlic naan, but they were perfectly tasty, so we really enjoyed that one. And obviously I used the veg and some rice and things as well for that one. Next was the gammon joint, so I split this in half and did 2 dinners. So this was our roast dinner, and once you remove that small amount of fat on the top, it was a really nice gammon joint. There was hardly any fat inside, and we really enjoyed that. You can see I used the potatoes and the Yorkshire puddings and the veg there as well for the Sunday dinner, and all of that was perfectly fine. We enjoyed it, and it honestly couldn't taste any difference to kind of any other supermarket bits and bobs I've bought. So we really enjoyed that. It was a soy and honey chicken that I made with some homemade egg fried rice. So it was the frozen chicken breasts, and again, apart from them having a bit of added water in, so they do shrink down slightly, they were really tasty, and we enjoyed the honey and the rice and bits with those. I also made a curry, so again that was the frozen chicken. Possibly they do shrink down, so probably doesn't work out any cheaper than if you were to buy the fresh Just Essentials chicken breasts, which are slightly more expensive. So I would probably give those a go next time, but the frozen ones are handy just to keep in the freezer. Again, this was the other half of the gammon joint. So like I mentioned, it was a really tasty joint, but this time I cooked it in the slow cooker. And you can see there I've got some of the Just Essentials Diet Cola, which is what I used to cook the ham in. And that was perfectly fine as well. It didn't taste any different to when I've cooked it with kind of supermarket own Coke. So that was great. And I think that was about 20p for that big bottle. So that was really good value. And we used the Just Essentials honey as well, which tasted really nice too. You can see it's plated up here. We did it like a pulled honey mustard ham, and we served it with the green beans and some of those potatoes too, and it was really tasty. So I hope that review of the Just Essentials products has been helpful for you. I would definitely say to give the range a go. It's a great way to save some money, and we honestly didn't really notice any difference, with the exception of probably the tea cakes not having as much fruit in, and the frozen chicken did have some added water in, which meant they did shrink down slightly, but they are a really good price. So even if you use an extra chicken breast, I still think it's quite good value. And obviously all the snacks and bits and bobs, the pizzas and all of the fruit and everything, we were really happy with. So I will definitely be buying a lot of these products again, and hopefully they will bring a few more bits and bobs out in the range. One thing they could do with was some more healthy snacks for children, so I'm hoping that as this range grows they will bring some of those out as well. So like I say, I hope that's been useful. If you have enjoyed, please don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to my channel for more meal ideas and other foodie content, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.